Verify our range to target. One ping only.
I get it.
Welcome to the first attempt at a new format here on the Deco Chamber. You're going to hear my voice narrating most of this. In this episode, Drea and I went to Alexander Springs to try out some new gear configurations, some new hose routing, and play around with this new type of format. So I hope you enjoy. Thanks.
New experiences. A dimension of total zen. You have entered the Deco Chamber. Here in the Deco Chamber, we are non-denominational about diving. We will talk about everything from floating in the pool to technical diving and everything before, during, and after. Feel free to send us your stories, anecdotes, or anything you would like to hear discussed. So let's secure the hatch, begin equalizing, pressurize the chamber, and have some fun.
Picking up here, getting ready to gear up. If you've never been to Alexander Springs, it's part of the Ocala National Forest. From the parking lot to this particular middle of the picnic area is about a 100-yard walk, so we decided to load up the cart and take everything down there and gear up on the table. And then from there to the water is probably another 50, 75 yards. Here you see us getting ready with our gear.
So off she dove into the ocean blue, to the underwater world where everything is new.
I was trying out a new Steel 72 as a single tank configuration. I run a dive right transplate and dive right rec wing as my normal setup. I also had a new dive right XT1 first stage that I put some second stages on. I've been diving a rebreather and doubles for quite a while, so I'm trying out a new single tank rig and some new hose routing, which you'll see later.
Dive, 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 let your conscience be your guide. Life's a mess and there's too much stress, you gotta take it all in stride. Just dive. When it gets wet, so dive, 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 when you twist it up inside. Don't come up till you fill your cup or you make it to the other side. Dive, 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 let your conscience be your guide. Life's a mess and there's too much stress, you gotta take it all in stride. Just dive. So dive, 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 when you twist it up inside. Don't come up till you fill your cup or you make it to the other side. Dive, 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 let your conscience be your guide. Life's a mess and there's too much stress, you gotta take it all in stride. Just dive.
can see some of Drea's configuration. For her, because of her size, we run a steel 50 and a Ziegel Covert BCD. It's just easier for her to manage the height back off of her back. An 80 or 65, the diameter is too large, puts the center of mass too high for her. The steel 50 sits closer to her back and is much better for her. And she also runs the dive right rags. Here you can see some of the other gear I use. Right now I'm using Deep 6 eddy fins when I dive wet because I'm so leg heavy. It helps keep my feet up in the proper trim. I also run dive right mask as well.
We're gonna grab our gear, disappear, head to the water where the fishes and the turtles play. Oh yeah. Under the ocean there's a brand new world waiting for you and me. So let's start the purge as we submerge down to the scenery. We're gonna anchor the boat, set the flag afloat, leave it bobbing on the water for everyone to see. That's right. Well, it's the coolest thing I found, getting diver down. Can't wait to have my friends around, get diver down. Shook hands with an 8-legged octopus.
Here you can see us start to walk down to the edge of the water. It wasn't particularly busy this day. Alexander Springs and Silver Springs are now under management of some private corporation instead of the USDA, so they're charging an arm and a leg now to get in here. We were just here because this is where we decided to go before we knew all of this. And basically, because of the cost of to get a vehicle in now, you have to pay and make reservations a day or two in advance at least, and then pay a per person entry fee. This turned into like $100 dive day for us because of this. And you can see anything else, it just keeps the crowds down. If you're going to spend that kind of money, I would suggest going someplace infinitely better unless there's a reason that you need to come here. Coming up here pretty soon, you can see this gentleman walking towards us. He stopped us and wanted to basically interview us on the site. He's moving down here with his family and was wanting to send them a video clip about the site, about diving in general. So doing a little community marketing here for the dive industry and sport of diving.
Well, it's the coolest thing I found, getting diver down. I can't wait to have my friends around, get diver down. Well, it's the coolest thing I found, get diver down. Can't wait to have my friends around, get diver down.
Here we get to the edge of the water. This is the entrance to the left. This is where everybody goes in and out of now. On the right side, there used to be a divers only entry and exit point over there. They've got that roped off because they're doing the shoreline restoration. So you see the buoys in the background. kind of go all around the dive site to keep people out of the eelgrass restoration area. There's this set of stairs that you go down, which is pretty easy to get in and out of as far as the stairs go. However, because everybody comes in and out of here, the sand in front of us kind of dug out. So it's about a 3-foot drop from the last step into the water. I see a little bit of that here. If you're facing the water, you go more towards, well, what here would be the right from this point of view. The sand slopes up and you can kind of get on a little ledge and kind of scoot yourself around to get in and out if you don't want to make that giant step in there.
It's certain as the sun and the stars above. It's what we're gonna do, 'cause it's what we love. Weather is better. Weather is better. Weather is better.
From the stairs out to where the actual spring head is, it's about 2 or 3 feet deep. So you could technically start your dive there if you wanted to belly crawl on the sand out to the spring, or you just walk out till you put your fins on and swim out. Before you get to the actual edge of the spring, there's quite a bit of eelgrass that forms a barrier. That's kind of where the spring head starts. You can see the actual spring is a lot darker on this clear water. You can see how clear the water is. It's gorgeous.
Ready, 'cause it's gonna get wet. Weather is better. Weather is better. Weather is better. Weather is better when you're up all night. Weather is better when you're hanging on tight. Weather is better when you're down in the Keys. You got your scuba gear and it's 90 degrees. Weather is better when you breathe like a fish. Weather is better when you're taking a wish. Right now I wish that I was taking bubbles, diving away all my troubles. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Here you can see a little more of Drea's gear configuration. She likes yellow, so she's got the yellow oceanic mask and yellow Mare's fins. One thing you may have noticed, she's actually wearing her glasses under her mask. This is something that we found recently from a company called Mask Optics. This is not a paid endorsement. We just bought them because she was having trouble with contacts, and the other alternatives for mask lenses were getting very, very expensive. These are specifically designed to go under masks, and they're fairly reasonably priced. You have your prescription put into them. She's been diving them for a few weeks now, no leaks, and she's absolutely loving it. And you can see the camera rig that we kind of put together. She's running the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 in a housing. Put it on an Orca torch mount system with a couple of generic dive lights that I had, and then one big video light. Put the pool noodles on there so that it wasn't negatively buoyant, and so that it actually floats upright in the water if you balance the 2 headlights properly.
He's always hanging with his diving friends. That's where the scuba party never ends. As long as no one ever gets the bends while they live life under the sea. Joe was successful, but his job was so stressful. Vacation was long overdue. But with the scuba lessons and some therapy sessions, it looks like he might pull through. Just an average Joe who was sick of the snow. Now he's a lifetime member.
Here you can see where the eelgrass starts that surrounds the actual spring head and the actual dive site. It's bare sand right up to the eelgrass. The eelgrass comes fairly close to the surface. You can either swim over it, or you can go a little bit to what was currently our left. You can see a little bit of it there. There's an actual sand path cut through the eelgrass. Drea doesn't like going over anything where an alligator can be hiding, so we're taking the sand path to get over there.
As long as no one ever gets the bends while they live life under the sea. Yeah, his friends all call him Scuba Joe. He's living out the songs that Buffett wrote. He doesn't want to miss one single note as he explores the Caribbean Sea. He's in the islands with his diving friends, and they might never come back home again. Now the party doesn't have to end, 'cause Joe is finally free. No, the story doesn't have to end, but Joe sure looks happy to me. Scuba Joe, who was sick of the snow and couldn't wait to do a tropical dive. He hopped on a cruise ship.
One of the things that I was trying out was helmet mounting my Paralens to see how I like it. I bought that helmet at DEMA this year, sort of the first time that I've had it in the water. I recently put it on there. So you can also see the difference, because she and I are filming at the exact same time, the difference between my Paralens image, which is on the right, and her Insta360 image, which is on the left, with just ambient light at this moment. Later we'll get into seeing where the difference between the video light and without the video light later. We also saw earlier in the clip where she had a full face shot of me. The new hose routing and configuration I was trying out was in fact a complete fail. So I did, like midpoint of the dive, just start rerouting the hoses, how it was wrapped, to get a cleaner configuration.
He spends all his time down below. There's nowhere that he'd rather be. He's always hanging with his diving friends. That's where the scuba party never ends. As long as no one ever gets the bends while they live life under the sea. Back on a non-stop and made that girl's jaw drop when he knelt down and asked for her hand. You could have heard a pin drop throughout the dive shop when he said he wanted to be your man. He said, if you'll be my wife, we can start a new life. I just bought a dive shop in Belize. Come run away now with me down to Ambergris Key, and we'll live next to those tropical seas. Now his friends all call him Scuba Joe. He knows the stuff that only divers know. He spends all his time down 7th grade math was.
Several times throughout this video, you'll see clips of the vents where all the water is coming out that from the spring and the river. There's one main vent that, if you're looking down into the vent, you're actually facing back towards the stairs. And there's several smaller cracks where millions of gallons of water come out of this spring every day. Come out of.
A is for the Isle of Aruba. B is for Bonaire. C is for Curacao, so I go scuba around the islands.
Here you see I've cleaned up the hose routing into a much cleaner configuration. I do need to shorten up that backup LP hose. This is my backup bladder on my dual bladder rec wing.
So much to do on all 3 islands, a new dive site on every trip. They have the biggest wreck in the Caribbean.
I also need to clean up that high pressure hose a little bit, probably shorten it by another couple of inches. Also, originally I didn't like the way the helmet was sitting, so I'm taking the helmet back out. I'm trying to put it farther back on my head. It's pressing down on my mask, it's really uncomfortable.
B is for Bonaire. C is for Curacao, so I go scuba around the islands in the salty air. I learned my ABCs, let me teach you now. It's Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao. Places down Island Way, so many things you can see. Start with your ABCs and continue your journey to scuba dive right up to Z. A is for the Isle of Aruba. B is for Bonaire. C is for Curacao, so I go scuba around the islands in the salty air. A is for the Isle of Aruba. B is for Bonaire. C is for Curacao, so I go scuba around the islands in the salty air. I learned my ABCs, let me teach you now. It's Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao. Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao.
My brother rides a motorbike, that's how he gets his thrill. My sister, she likes rock and roll and turns up all the sound. Me, I'm a scuba diver, I get high by going down. Way down in the ocean, just about 50 feet. And when I going down. I just dove in Mexico. You should see my tan. Now I'll save a few more bucks and head for Grand Cayman.
This is a 2-camera shoot from my helmet cam and from the ace in my hand into one of those little side vents where the water's coming out. One thing to remember, these are not swim throughs. Go into them, you're going to have to back out of them. This one's not particularly far back, about a body length. Other places, you're going to stay out of caves if you're not trained and geared for it.
Wish I could stay forever in the new
the Ocala National Forest. This site is full of wildlife. Typical Florida freshwater. It's just full of bluegills in various shapes and colors. And they are not particularly afraid of divers. There's so many divers in here, they're just used to us. Also, there are alligators in here. There's a clip later towards the end where we saw an alligator on the shore. And then also, Drea took a clip of a hawk that was hanging out in the picnic area. Throughout the video, you'll see various clips of the bluegills and how they like to interact with people.
Now every weekend he turns life around. He's a scuba diver who gets high going down. He's an urban diver, a city survivor who keeps himself sane by saturating his brain. He's got the best gear your money can buy. And on those long weekends he takes to the sky, flies to the island where the water's so clean, and clears out his head now what he's heard and seen. He's an urban diver, a city survivor who keeps himself sane by saturating his brain.
As we were surfacing, you can get a better idea on the amount of this eelgrass, and in fact it is open to the public, so there are a lot of swimmers that come here and hang out. You do need to be careful as you're swimming along, especially in the shallow area, and get kicked in the face. Swimmers aren't particularly cognizant of the divers at all. Just keep a wary eye out, protect your regulator.
There's no diving spot now that he hasn't dove. From Key West to Georgia to the Pacific coast. But after the pleasure, he's gotta survive. It's back in the office. It's back 9 to 5. He's an urban diver. He's a city survivor.
And just because it's flat white sand all the way out from the shore to the actual spring head, don't ignore this area. It is full of nice shells and stuff that's really cool to look at, and some rocks, basic geology.
Big Don, 6'6" with flippers on. He's the biggest, baddest diver, Big Bad Don. Now every morning by the beach you could see him arrive. He was 6'6", the biggest diver alive. Yellow teeth, armpits that stank, biceps as big as scuba tanks, Big Don. Don had a spear gun 10 feet long with 14 rubbers and a triple prong. Power head strapped to his side, and from his spear many fish have died, Big Don. Now Don, he shot everything in sight, and if he couldn't get to it, he used dynamite. Killing little fish made him feel tough, but one day the critters thought they had enough of Don. So they had him a meeting, they had him a talk, underneath a blasted coral rock. That menace diver, he had to die. It was up to them to give it a try to get Don. So they sent him a message out across the sea to a long great white they call Sharky. Sharky lived off the Australian shore. His teeth they numbered 2,000 or more. They were for Don. Now when Sharky heard about Dirty Don, he put his best row of choppers on, and through the sea cut a giant fin. A great white shark was out to get him, Big Don. Big Don, 6'6" with flippers on. He's the biggest, baddest diver, Big Bad Don. So that giant fish waited through the night, waited till the moment was right, till Big Don would be in sight. He'd finish him up with just one bite, Big Don. Soon the sun rose in the east, and there was Don and there was the beast. Don had a feeling in his bones.
Here's a pretty good view of why we practice with new stuff, because I thought I was getting some really excellent selfies, but none of it actually came out. Some of it was because I hit the button wrong, and some of it was just way out of focus. So remember, anytime you try out new gear or get new gear, make sure you try it out someplace. Swimming pool is great, someplace shallow like this. The max depth here at Alexander is 25 feet. You get really down into the sand in the corner. Usually around 20 feet is your max depth for this one.
Maybe his spear with a triple prong. Now the fish of the sea have even to score, and Sharky weighs 200 pounds more, because inside of his belly lies Big Bad John. Big John, 6'6" with flippers on. He's the biggest, baddest diver, Big Bad John.
I'm a scuba diver, I got a lot of gear, a regulator and a fishing spear, a BC, a compass, a diving watch, a bang stick that hangs between my crotch, my weight belt, snorkel, prescription mask, my super jet fins. I go real fast, I go real fast, I go real fast. I'm a scuba diver and it's a gas. I got an underwater camera with a brand new strobe, a bend-o-matic and a pressure hose, a sea view gauge and an auto inflator, a decom meter and a spare regulator, a Zodiac and a 20 horse, an underwater Polaroid, it must be the first. I've got a Scooby-Doo album, I gotta have that. If I get cold, I got a diving cap. Diving cap, a diving cap. I'm a scuba diver and it's a gas. Got an underwater camera with a power source, 7 different wetsuits in all color sorts. Got an underwater timer and a diving knife, shark repellent to save my life. I got every diver's patch that was ever made, subscription to Skin Diver that I've never paid. I'll be paying a lifetime to the city bank. Today I bought a new scuba tank. I'll get out of hawk if I work real hard. Now all I need is my C card. My C card, my C card. Now all I need is my C card.
My doctor said I had to stop drinking. I started doing me some thinking about some ways I could get high.
Here you can see two camera shoot of one of the vents coming out and the difference between the Paralens and the Ace Pro. All of that waving is algae that grows on these rocks. And it pretty much grows everywhere. And then as we go on, Drea having some fun. See what's the one difference between the two cameras.
Nitrogen narcosis. Oh me, oh my, that's a high that nothing else can be. This thing about being aquatic.
Drea decided that she needed a mustache and later a toupee out of all the algae that was floating around as we're having some fun towards the end of the last dive.
On air, and that ain't funny. And all my friends have started to call me tough. I need a couple of doses, nitrogen narcosis. Feeling high at 100 feet. I need a couple of doses, nitrogen narcosis. Oh me, oh my, that's a high that nothing else can buddies down at a dive shop are warning me that I better head stop. It won't hurt my liver, but it'll get to my head. If I gotta stop doing this diving, there's no sense in me being alive then. Without a tank on my back, I think I'd rather be dead. I need a couple of doses, nitrogen narcosis. Feeling high at 100 feet. I need a couple of doses, nitrogen narcosis. Oh me, oh my, that's a high that nothing else can be. I need a couple of doses, nitrogen narcosis.
I was doing a dive about 60 feet when I saw this dude with a million teeth. Barracuda. My bottom time was out, my tanks were dry when that silver dude gave me the eye. Barracuda. Now every diver knows that you've got troubles if you try and make the top ahead of the bubbles. Barracuda. He's the meanest critter in the sea, and he was coming after me, and I knew it had to be the end. If the good Lord helps me make it through, I promise I'll teach Sunday school. Never ever will I sin again. Now the books don't agree on what to do, so I took my chances and headed for the blue. Barracuda. I went up 20, sucked my last hair, and I looked back once and he was there. Barracuda. Like a lightning flash he came after me. My future was short, so I stayed in the sea. Barracuda. He's the meanest critter in the sea, and he was coming after me, and I knew it had to be the end. If the good Lord helps me make it through, I promise I'll teach Sunday school, and never ever will I sin again. I lost my fear after his first bite. We went round and round, was a hell of a fight. Barracuda. We parted our ways in the bloody sea. I had some of him, he had some of me. Barracuda. Now he took it all on his last pass. It was Grand Cayman where I lost my ass to a barracuda. He's the meanest critter in the sea, and he was coming after me, and I knew it had to be the end. If the good Lord helps me make it through, I promise I'll teach Sunday school, and never ever will I sin again. I mean to tell you, that was one big fish. He made jaws look like a sardine.
Here you can start to get a really good sense of the swim in to the spring to begin your dive. So right here we're on the surface swimming up over the eelgrass. You see the snorkelers and swimmers in the background. As you come up over the edge of the eelgrass, you can start to look down into the spring head proper. The water's coming out of the spring in basically the same direction that we're facing underneath that large rounded rock to your right.
Sports Illustrated and my Reader's Digest. I can't live without that. I don't need TV guide here by my side. Lately I ain't watching the screen, but every month I'm waiting, I'm anticipating my Skin Diver magazine. The Globe and the Star, the National Enquirer, they all say the same thing. And Runner's World hasn't helped too much to keep my waistline slim. Now Newsweek and Time, they mess up my mind. How the world is such a bad scene. But every month I'm waiting, I'm anticipating my Skin Diver magazine. I've met a lot of colorful people and people like the stars on my TV. But I'd rather have a green moray and a parrotfish staring at me. Hey, Paul, keep the stories coming. Jerry, flash your strobe at me. 'Cause every month I'm waiting, I'm anticipating my Skin Diver magazine. Skin Diver. Journal and my local daily paper are great for house training the dog. In the cold winter months when there's no wood in the fire, I can use my Sears catalog. And if I followed gourmet and I ate what they say, my pockets would stay clean. So every month I'm waiting, I'm anticipating my Skin Diver magazine. I've met a lot of colorful people and people like the stars on my TV. But I'd rather have a green moray and a parrotfish staring at me. So Paul, keep the stories coming, boy. And Jerry, flash your strobe at me. 'Cause every month I'm waiting, I'm anticipating my Skin Diver magazine. Oh yeah. Every month I'm waiting, I'm anticipating my Skin Diver magazine. You ever talking? My Skin Diver magazine. My Skin Diver magazine.
He got his open water 1 and 2. His advanced car. He wanted to take a specialty class and he planned to study hard. He always wanted to dive a wreck for the danger and the thrills. So he signed up for a wreck dive course and polished up his skills. He traveled down to Cozumel, dove 2 wrecks and a cave. The diving made him thirsty, and tequila's what he craved. So he hopped a cab to San Miguel and hit every bar in town. He went from wreck diver to just plain wrecked about his 14th round. Now he's a wreck diver, he really calls the scene. He went from Carlos and Charlie's to Pepe's Grill, all points in between. Too much tequila, not enough triple sec. The boy started out as a wreck diver, now he's just plain wrecked. He woke up the next morning, face down in the sand. He can't remember much, but thinks he had fun last night in the Yucatan. He stood up and dusted himself off and sat down on a log. He stumbled to the tiki bar for some hair of the dog. Now he's a wreck diver, he really calls the scene. He went from Carlos and Charlie's to Pepe's Grill and all points in between. Too much tequila, not enough triple sec. The boy started out as a wreck diver, now he's just plain wrecked. Carlos and Charlie's to Pepe's Grill, and all points in between. Too much tequila, not enough triple sec. The boy started out as a wreck diver, now he's just plain wrecked. The boy started out as a wreck diver, now he's just plain wrecked. Blackened fish sandwich, blackened fish sandwich, oh, blackened fish sandwich.
Blackened fish sandwich.
I don't like chicken, I don't eat beef. If it's on my dinner plate, it comes from the reef. I use my spear gun to fill my dish with a tasty grouper or a mahi-mahi fish. In a bowl of butter, I add cayenne, cover up the whole fillet, then begin frying. That pan get real hot, it smoke up my shack. My fish is ready when the whole damn thing is blackjack. Blackened fish sandwich, blackened fish sandwich, oh, blackened fish sandwich.
Blackened fish sandwich.
My girlfriend came home with some Burger King. Wrapped in yellow paper was a big fish or something. She started watching TV, so I snuck away. Then backened up my BK fish and had it my own way. Hey! Blackened fish sandwich, blackened fish sandwich, oh, blackened fish sandwich.
Blackened fish sandwich.
See those bluegill and how basically fearless they are. I was on open circuit blowing bubbles, and they sat there and they played around right in front of me for quite a while, basically until I got tired of filming them. They just hang out. They couldn't care less that you're there. They know you're not going to hurt them, I guess.
Show up to save all us blows, but we weren't on fire. It was the blackened fish's smoke. No joke. Blackened fish sandwich, blackened fish sandwich, oh, blackened fish sandwich, blackened fish sandwich, blackened fish sandwich, oh, blackened fish sandwich,
Blackened fish sandwich.
blackened fish sandwich. Blackened fish sandwich, oh, blackened fish sandwich.
Blackened fish sandwich.
Grade math was a real rough subject, the toughest 3 years of my life. History and English were not much better, spelling I barely survived. When I finally finished and graduated, I sought after a special degree. Chartered a dive boat in
Drea doing her best creature from the Black Lagoon ascent. And you see the walk out onto the stairs. Again, that step is pretty steep. Get in and out. Basically, I just put a knee down and climbed out that way. Drea had to go more to what is our left on here to get a better step up. Here, Drea is trying to film the hawk that was kind of swooping around, bothering these guys. You look up into the tree, about dead center. You should be able to see them in there.
So much to do on all 3 islands, a new dive site on every trip. They have the biggest wreck in the Caribbean, a 400-foot long ship. If you like to gamble, roll them bones, there's casinos right there on the beach. Or you can go kayaking, rent a Hobie, it's all there within your reach. A is for the Isle of Aruba, B is for Bonaire, C is for Curacao, so I go scuba around the islands in the salty air. I learned my ABCs, let me teach you now. It's Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao.
From here, right to the left side of the entrance stairs, right on top of that grayish-looking cypress root that's about the wood frame, there's about a 3-foot alligator just hanging out there, eyeballing everybody. All the tourists thought it was the coolest thing ever.
ABCs and continue your journey to scuba dive right up to Z. A is for the Isle of Aruba, B is for Bonaire, C is for Curacao, so I go scuba around the islands in the salty air. A is for the Isle of
Remember, until next time, dive smart, raid deep.
Decompression schedule complete. It's time to gear up and splash. See you in the water. Until next time, this is Sarah, the Eco Chamber.
Please note, we are not a scuba diving training facility. Diving is a serious sport that contains risks. It can be a lot of fun, but it can also kill you. Scuba diving places human beings in an environment they are not adapted to. Proper training and equipment are necessities to dive. Our discussions are meant to share diving experiences. None of our discussions should be considered scuba diver training. Our discussions will not qualify anyone to try anything we have discussed. You must be certified to dive and experienced. If you are, have fun. If you are not, get certified before you dive and then dive with a buddy. A lot. Experience everything you learn and do not rush your training. Do not dive outside your comfort zone or limits of your training or try anything we talk about. The opinions presented here are those of the hosts and guests. They are not necessarily those of any sponsor or advertiser.
How was diving?
It was awesome!
You want to scream that together and do it again?
Yeah.
Okay. She likes to steal the spotlight. I know.
All right. How was it? How was your first dive?
August Virgo. 1, 2, 3.
It was awesome!